This is Lisa from Mobile Tech Review, and this is the Google phone, the Nexus 1. The hardware is made by HTC, but the phone is sold directly by Google. This is available with T-Mobile 3G in the US, and it works in Europe as well on 3G, and a Verizon version with CDMA and EVDO will be available in the spring of 2010. So let's take a look. It comes in a kind of giant version of the iPhone style box. There you see the phone there. Packaging is attractive, pretty retail, styling, plastic on here to protect the phone. We'll take a look at the phone again in a minute. You get a cute little robot pouch here, some literature telling you basically stick your SIM card in, stick your battery in, charge it up, and then under here we have accessories. It's like a stereo headset here in a frosted plastic bag. Strong plastic. We've got foam ear covers here, stereo headset, inline mic control. Doesn't seem to be here. The battery. Lithium-ion, 1400 milliamps. That's okay capacity, considering this is a 1 GHz Snapdragon processor, 3G and Wi-Fi. Let's see how battery life is in our extended tests. Got a USB cable here. This is a micro USB port, like all most recent phones. It's the new standard. And a charger. This is the US edition. This will have US prongs on it. It's nice that they give you a separate USB cable and charger. You don't have to use your USB cable in conjunction with the charger. Now we'll take a look at the phone itself. Get the protective plastic off of it. You can see it's really thin, just like Google bragged. It's attractive. Large screen, 3.7 inch. Touch buttons here. HTC's great trackball at the bottom. And partially metal. The frame is metal here, and this back cover where you slide that off to put in your SIM card in there. There's a 4 gig micro SD card pre-installed, and put the battery in here. And there's your speaker, mono speaker. 5 megapixel camera on the back. Next we'll put it all together and show it to you running. So now we're going to compare the Google Nexus 1 made by HTC right here with several competing smartphones. We've got the iPhone 3GS here, the Motorola Droid, the HTC HD2, the Nokia N900, and the HTC Magic, otherwise known as the MyTouch 3G here in the US on T-Mobile. So you can see how it sizes up compared to all these fellas, and then we'll do some individual comparisons next. Alright, so here we've got the Nexus 1 and the MyTouch 3G. Both of these are made by HTC, and they both feature the same slab design and kind of rounded look, but as you can see, this is a 3.7 inch screen. It's a bigger device, but it's not huge either in comparison. And in terms of thickness, well, it is thinner. And now we'll take a look at it. Nexus 1 compared to HTC's HD2. This runs Windows Mobile 6.5 with their Sense UI. And as you can see, this is a 4.3 inch screen, so this is absolutely huge. Also capacitive. So this is a much bigger device, probably the biggest slab design phone on the market right now, but it's nonetheless quite cool. Thickness is about the same on the two of these guys. Both have 5 megapixel cameras, but Nexus 1 does have a better camera. And now we'll take a look at a completely different platform, but this happens to have 3G on T-Mobile US also. This is the Nokia N900, which is one of the hottest phones right now. If you're looking at something that's T-Mobile 3G, this has the slide-out keyboard. Obviously putting it in a different class, it's those folks who crave the hardware keyboard. Here's the N900 is a 3.5 inch display. It's not capacitive. Similar resolution though to this guy. So this is a little bit bigger display. Obviously this is a lot less chunky, but a little bit taller. Okay, Nokia is quite a thick phone. And then we've got the iPhone 3GS, which is obviously a bit bigger. In terms of thickness, they are dead on pretty similar. It looks like the Nexus one is actually just a hair thinner, though. And here's the most obvious comparison coming up. This is the Motorola Droid. They share very similar specs. This runs Android OS 2.01, while this Nexus 1 runs 2.1. It's the first device to run 2.1. This is an 800 by 480 pixel capacitive display. This is 854 by 480 pixels display, so they're just about the same. In terms of that, they both feature very similar style touch-sensitive buttons here. Same buttons doing the same things for home, menu, back, and search. Motorola, though it's quite thin for something with a hardware keyboard, still has to be a bit thicker. And we'll do some more detailed comparisons between the functionality on these two guys later. Of course, Motorola Droid has a slide-out keyboard. So that's our unboxing and comparison with other phones for the Google HTC Nexus 1 phone. This is part 1 of our video review. In the next part, we'll show you the functionality of the device in detail. I'm Lisa from Mobile Tech Review, and stay tuned for part 2.